that changed the course of history forever, a weapon of unimaginable power capable of causing destruction on a scale never seen before. A single detonation can level a city, instantly killing millions and leaving nothing but ruins in its wake. But the true horror of nuclear war extends far beyond the initial blast. The aftermath is a lingering nightmare. The radioactive fallout would poison the air, water, and soil for generations, making the land uninhabitable. A nuclear war wouldn't be just an attack on a nation. Its effects would ripple across the globe. It would be an attack on humanity itself, causing unimaginable suffering and loss. The use of nuclear weapons would be a tragedy of unprecedented scale, a catastrophe that would alter the course of human history. It's a chilling thought, one that keeps many scientists and world leaders awake at night pondering the potential consequences. The consequences of such a conflict are too terrible to contemplate, yet contemplate them we must. We must face this reality, for only by understanding the full extent of the danger can we hope to avoid it. Awareness and action are our best defenses. In the event of a nuclear detonation, the initial moments are defined by unimaginable violence. The sheer power unleashed in those first few seconds is beyond comprehension. A blinding flash of light, brighter than 1,000 suns, signals the start of the horror. This light is so intense that it can cause temporary or even permanent blindness to those who gaze upon it. Then, a shockwave of unimaginable force rips through the air, leveling buildings and vaporizing everything in its path. The pressure wave travels faster than the speed of sound, leaving destruction in its wake. Those unfortunate souls caught within the immediate blast radius would be instantly incinerated. The heat generated is so intense that it can melt metal and turn human bodies to ash in an instant. Their fate, while tragic, would be merciful compared to the suffering endured by those further away. The devastation extends for miles, leaving a wasteland of twisted metal and charred remains. For them, the nightmare would only just be beginning. The survivors face a world turned upside down, filled with chaos and despair, burns from the intense heat, injuries from flying debris, and the silent killer radiation poisoning. The invisible radiation seeps into their bodies, causing sickness and death over time. The immediate aftermath of a nuclear explosion is only the beginning of the horror. In the wake of the blast, massive fires would rage across the landscape, sending millions of tons of soot and smoke into the atmosphere. This dense cloud would block out the sun, plunging the planet into a perpetual twilight. Temperatures would plummet, leading to a global nuclear winter. Crops would fail, leading to widespread famine. Clean water would become scarce, and diseases would run rampant. The delicate balance of the Earth's ecosystem would be thrown into chaos with potentially irreversible consequences. Section 4. A scarred Earth, genetic damage, and environmental collapse. The long-term effects of a nuclear war are perhaps the most terrifying of all. Radiation from the blasts and fallout would contaminate the environment for centuries. This invisible poison would seep into the soil, water, and air, making its way into the food chain. Birth defects and genetic mutations would become commonplace. Cancers would skyrocket. The very fabric of life itself would be under attack. The Earth, once vibrant and teeming with life, would be scarred and poisoned for generations to come. Section 5. Choosing our future, disarmament, and the path to peace. The threat of nuclear war is a dark cloud hanging over humanity. It looms over us, casting a shadow on our hopes and dreams, reminding us of the fragility of our existence. But it's not an insurmountable threat. Just as the darkest night gives way to the dawn, we too can find a way out of this perilous situation. We have the power to choose a different path, a path of peace and disarmament. This path is paved with mutual respect, understanding, and a shared vision for a better future. It starts with dialogue, with understanding, and with a commitment to resolving our differences through diplomacy, not destruction. Through open communication, we can bridge divides and build lasting peace. We must remember that we are all inhabitants of this planet, sharing a common destiny. Our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow. The pursuit of nuclear weapons is a dead end. It offers no real security, only the illusion of power and control. It leads only to destruction and despair. The aftermath of such devastation is a stark reminder of the consequences of our choices. Let us choose instead to invest in life, in education, in science, and in a future where the threat of nuclear annihilation is nothing but a distant memory. By nurturing knowledge and fostering innovation, we can build a world where peace prevails. The choice is ours.